Hi everyone and welcome to today's webinar. We'll be talking about how you can use SEO to grow your business. Sorry, just having a few technical issues. What we'll cover today, you'll be broken into a few different sections which we separate into separate videos just to make it easier. So we'll do a bit of housekeeping initially. Think about, before you start with SEO, what you need to consider. Then looking into SEO, we want to be not too vanilla about this. We want to really get into what do you really need to know. I mean, it's a big subject. There's a lot out there, a lot of information. So what's important from a business point of view, small, medium, large, in terms of your website, local SEO, which is super important these days with mobile and localized searching and people demanding near me type results. The importance of share of SERP, so we'll explain what that is, as well as a bit of a breakout workshop on that. We'll touch on content marketing and inbound marketing as well, and that has a nice lead into SEO. We'll cover some of the other stuff in a bit of detail, and then lastly we'll wrap up by talking about choosing an SEO partner or agency. So what do you hope to get out of the webinar? So we're hoping that the goal of this is to improve your knowledge, just to be more confident about SEO and how it relates to your business, whether it's small, medium, or large. Again, it is a bit of a big topic. It's not it's not black magic though. It's not a secret science. So we want to sort of get to the bottom of that. We want to equip you with some practical advice and actual action steps that you can do yourself. Not all of it these days requires a developer. There's tools out there that are great. Once you're armed with some basic knowledge and you understand what you're doing, there's a lot of it that can be done yourself. And then lastly, we want to explain, if you want to take it to the next step and you are looking to partner with a digital agency, what to look out for and how to get the most out of that relationship. And just very quickly, who are we? So we're a team of digital strategists with over 15 years of national and international experience. We work with literally thousands of clients, ranging from very small, like 2 or 3 staff, to 60,000 plus large multinational companies. So we've seen quite a few different scenarios in that regard. We're not a digital agency. We actually work between clients and agencies. So we work with a number of digital agencies as well as client side, empowering both to get the most out of those relationships and share in that mutual benefit. And we're Google certified professionals. So, section 1, before you start with SEO. This first part might seem really basic, but I can tell you from personal experience that I've spoken to many businesses over the years who skip this really basic step. Understand what makes you unique, or your unique value or unique selling proposition. What are the main benefits of your products or services that are actually unique and specific to your business? Start by writing down at least 2 or 3. Be as granular and detailed as possible. Don't just say great quality or great service. Don't be the same as everyone else. And if you dig a bit further, what is your grand vision, story, purpose? Why does your organization exist? It sounds a bit wishy-washy, but starting with the why is really important. The diagram on the right, which some of you might recognize, is Simon Sinek's Golden Triangle. Talks about that very thing, starting with the why, and then the how and the what naturally come from that. And in terms of content and SEO and things like that, it follows a similar pattern. You've got to start with a very solid core. Next, be clear on your goals. Define what success actually looks like and be specific. Don't just think more sales. Think what type of sales, what sort of area. Are you focused on more new customers or returning? Is it even something like, just to save you some more time? I mean, do you want to put some resources online and make these easily accessible to people to cut down on your phone calls and free up some time for your staff? Goals should always be measurable, and if you're working with an agency, agree upon those. Set those expectations and make sure they're achievable from the start. Make sure they're realistic, relevant, and time-based where possible. once you do these first couple of steps, I mean, the solution could lie in SEO, or it could actually lie in something else. Also, super important, understand your customers. Who are your most valuable customers? What do they look like? Are they male, female? Are they a certain age group? Are they families, single? Are they going through certain stages of life? Do they hang out in, are they more likely to use certain platforms and social networks? I mean, that's kind of where that's going. But it's important to identify these high value customers or personas that are going to deliver the highest return for your business. And ask the question: Are your current customers your ideal customers? And if they're not, then why? Why not? What can you do to change that? We've got a checklist, so there's a bit of a shameless plug, but if you go to our blog, there's a digital marketing checklist which drills down into some of these points in a bit more detail. Yeah, it's a free download, so check it out. Lastly, as well, we want to talk about understanding your competitors. So, and we're not suggesting to copy anyone or do what other people are doing necessarily, but it's important as part of setting the expectations to understand who you're up against. In terms of SEO, are your goals realistic based on this? The sort of keywords you're targeting and areas you're targeting. Are you up against big box retailers? Are you up against large multinational companies? Are you going to actually achieve the goals you set out to do? It's important to ask these questions. And remember that everyone's climbing to the top of the same SEO pile. Spots are really limited. There's only 10 organic spots on that first page of Google. And if someone slips down, someone gets up there, someone else has to drop off. And it changes all the time. We'll wait for questions at the end, but that's the end of section 1.